Welcome back to our usual learning zone where na the Krio computer learning tutorial. We still deal with Microsoft Word 2016. Today on lesson we can talk about one very important command where na tables. But before that, I advise una for make una will take out una pen and paper for make una take dotings of what we can discuss today. And the thing that we can discuss today na how for insert table, how for enter data or information inside table, how for add column and row within the existing table, how for delete row or column, how for match column and row inside table, how for add field color to specific row or column, how for split table or split cells. So stay with me for the next 30 minutes as we go through the lesson. Now we start by opening Microsoft Word 2016 from the taskbar using the Ping app. Once it open, we go to blank page and we go to the insert tab for make we go see how we insert to table. Table we say now one versatile tool they use inside Microsoft Word, and one way they allow it for make we go organize with information. That is for make we go align text. We present as numerical data, and also for make we be able to create forms and calendars. Now we start. We click on the table command from the tables group. Now a drop down menu will appear. On the drop down menu we get insert table, which they see series of boxes. The boxes where they go across the drop down menu. Now one where they give you the columns, whilst the one where they run down through the drop down menu, now one way they give you the number of rows we want. But the advisable for make we go start with insert table dialog box. By way where you click on the insert table. From the dialog box we get number of columns where they represent the columns where you want, and number of rows where they represent the rows that we want. For now we want 5 columns and 10 rows. So you enter 5 columns against the column command, and we enter 10 rows against the row command. Then we click on OK. Now we table dot insert. The second thing we can talk about now how would enter data inside table. A very simple, just like a normal way for enter data. Now so we use for enter data inside table. Now with the enter, let me say we start by entry number or information. We enter NO from column 1. Then we press the tab key on the keyboard and move to column 2 and enter the other information where the item inside column 2. The next one we click tab again, we go to the one where the enter quantity. We go to the next one, we say unit cost. Then we go to the next one and say total cost. Total cost. Good. This is not the first data we don't enter inside the table. We will continue by clicking the tab key and come back to the first column. We enter 1. We go to item. We enter the item we want. For instance, we want mango. We enter it. Then the quantity of the mango we say na 10. The unit cost we say na 5 leons. Whilst the total cost we say 5 times 10 we na 50. So that is it. We get for use that same information for make we go multiply and get more data. So let me say we use the same information for add up to the other table for make we go complete all the information. You can enter different information as to how you able for them. That is, you pause this video and enter the information. This is how we enter information inside table. Now we go to the next one where we say how we be able to add column or row within the existing table. Now that we don't create this table, we want for really add other information inside this table. But we forget for Adam, and we know say if you forget for Adam, then you get for create space will make you add that information. Where we say we for add information between unit cost and total cost. So how we be able to add that? We select the unit cost column by way we will point the arrow towards the unit cost column, then the arrow, the mouse pointer will change to an arrow where the point downwards, then we click. Now after that, we come to the table tools tab. We click on layout, then we look at the command under rows and columns. Now under rows and columns, we get commands the way they say insert above, insert below, insert left, and insert right. The insert above and below, now one way would they use for make we go add more columns to the existing column, more rows to the existing table. Excuse me. Then the insert left and the insert right, now one way they allow we for make we go add more column to the existing table. Now we want to add one column against the unit cost, that is between total cost and unit cost. So we get for click on insert right. No? Okay, insert right. So when you click on them, it insert the table at the right part of the unit cost. So we click on insert right. Now we don't get one column between unit cost and total cost. The other one, how they insert row between the existing rows. Let me say we want for insert row between the third column, the third row, that is 1, 2, 3. Okay, so maybe we just see how the number run. This is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. Okay, this is 6. Good. Now we want to add column between the column 3. We want to add row between the row 3 and row 4. So we select the row 3 and we click on insert below. Insert below. Now one we get for insert one row below the row 3. Good. That is it. We don't get another one row below row 3. So this is how we're able for insert rows and columns within the existing table. Now we go to how we go able for delete rows and columns. Very simple. For delete rows and columns, you get for identify first the row or column where you want for delete. For instance, the column where we don't insert just now we want for delete because we don't get any information for enter there. We believe say the information we enter on the table is complete. So what we do, we just select that particular column just the same way we'll be select for add the column. Now we get a command where now delete from the layout tab under table tools. We click on them, it will give you a drop down menu. From the drop down menu, we get the first one we say delete cells, delete columns, delete rows, and delete table. This time now only the column one for delete, so you click on delete column. That is it. You don't delete that column. Now the same thing, one for delete the row we will insert because we don't get nothing for do with that row we insert. The information we enter is very correct, so we click, we select the row we want for delete. We click on delete command and we select delete row. The row don't delete automatically. So that is how we delete rows within the existing table. Now how for merge column and row inside table. Now we can do something now. We want for click and see how we go able for merge column or rows. For merge mean for make you go put together two columns will become one column, or for make you go put together 3 rows or 2 rows will become one row. So for that one, we get for create another table where we come to the insert tab. We click on tables and we click on insert table. A dialog box will appear. Of course, we still maintain the number of columns and we add the number of rows. Let's say this time we say 6. That is it. Now we want for merge column 1 and column 2 for become one column. So what we do, we select the column 1 and column 2. We click on the layout tab. Then we look for the command under merge group and click on merge cells. Good. So this now they accommodate only one information. Okay. That is it. Now we want for also merge column 3 and 4 to become one column. We select the column 2, column 3 and 4 and we click on merge cells. That is it. We don't merge that particular cells. Now we want for merge row 3 and 4 row 2 and 3 under column 2. We select row 2 and 3, then we click on merge cells. The same thing we want for merge these other columns. We select the columns, the rows, and click on merge cells. That is how we merge cells, column and rows. Now we go to how for add fill color to specific rows or column. Fill color na one color we add behind the text na the table. How we be able to add fill color? Fill color we can add most time to the heading and the total of the table. Or na one way they try for make it specify a particular location within the table. We select the particular side. We say one for add the fill color. Let us say one for add on to the heading. We select them and we come to the design tab. Under design tab we have shading commands. We drop the arrow against shading commands and we see the commands that we will for use for add the color for color. Now we select the color we want. For instance, we go for select yellow. Now we don't add the fill color. How for remove the fill color? We select the column again, the cell we add the fill color. We go to fill color command and select none. As we select them, it will remove them. Okay, so that is how we add and remove fill color. This particular side, the color we they add to the table, we will make sure say na a light and transparent colors so that the text be behind, be the particular side we say add the fill color go be visible, it go stand out. Okay. Now we will go to the one where we talk of how we go able for split table or split cells. Now we start with a split table. Split table now one way, for instance, I don't forget for enter heading for this first table where I draw. Now I want for enter heading, but when I point the mouse, they give me that access for make I go enter heading. Like down here, if I click, it is say the cursor they appear where they able allow me for make I go enter something. But when I point up here, will give me that allow for make I enter something. But I suppose for enter heading where they define the type table I get. Now how for do that? You just select the first row of the table, then you go to layout tab. Now we get a command where they say split table. As you click on split table, automatically it don't create a space where they see the cursor they blink. Now they will enter the information. For example, we say expenditure list. That is it. We don't add with heading. That is how we split table. Now what's in split cells? Split cells now one way they use for bring back the cells that we don't match before. Let we say we don't match cells and when up to 3 rows. Then we want to bring back that 3 rows because we need them. Now we use the split cells for. We click now the cell we match, then we go to layout under table tools. Now we get a command where they say split cells. We click on them. Now it tell me the number of columns we need for that particular side. Now only one, because now one column we match the cells of the rows. Then how many rows we match? We go for tell the computer say we match 3 rows and another 3 rows we need. Once you don't enter that information, you click on OK. That is it. The 3 rows all don't come in that order. So that is how we split cells and table. For the first lesson under tables in Microsoft Word 2016, this is how we say bye bye to today's lesson. We hope say you get for click and see the commands that we will use, and you get for repeat this video as much as you can for make you understand all the things then we discussed today. We hope for see you again for the next lesson. If you miss part of this lesson today, we advise you for make you go na the YouTube channel Umarr Hassan at YouTube. Alright, just go na the YouTube, na the search box you enter Umarr Hassan. Umarr Hassan. Then you click search. The page they open, then you click on Umarr Hassan and you go see the different posting of the tutorials where I don't make. You can like and share the video and also you comment on wetin you think say I need for add by this video wey go become nice. Till then, see you again for the next lesson. Bye bye bye.